rich man, along with his family, lived in a big palatial building. Number 2. To protect himself, he had private soldiers and a bulldog. Number 3. The rich man's happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers living in small huts. Number 4. When the son would see the poor people living in small huts, the rich man thought his sadness would disappear. Question number 5. The son thanked his rich father for showing him how poor they were. Question number 6. The son wanted to live with the poor farmers. B. Match the portions in A with the contents in B. Write the number 1 for the rich man and 2 for the son in the boxes given. The first one is done for you. The rich man had a big palatial building. Rich man Rao kon thila? Had private soldiers and a bulldog. Lived like a king very happily. How kon? Had in his mind to show his son how rich they were. How kon hobo? His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers. How kon hobo? Now took his son to the poor farmers living in small huts. How hobo? The rich man hobo thought that seeing the poor farmers would change his mind. Tapre the son did not like all the richness and glamour. Sat alone in the garden looking down the hill. Lived like a prisoner. Was indifferent to the richness of his father. However, he wanted to live with the poor farmers. Number 1 to diya heichi lekhinio. C. Match items under A with the items under B. Write 1 for the rich man's building and 2 for poor farmers. What in boxes? The rich man's building. Rich man ro building केमती थिला ना a big palatial building on the top of a hill. ମୁଁ ନମ୍ବର ଦେଇ ଦେଉଛି ତମମାନେ ଦେଖିକି ଲେଖି ନେବ. Surrounded by tall boundary walls. Next of all, looked very beautiful in moonlight night. तापरे looked special due to lamps. तापरे the poor farmers huts केमती थिला ना small थिला down the hill. Rivers flowing by. Rich condition. Lighted by moonlight, skirted all around, how invisible in moonless night. Session 4. Your teacher will read aloud the following lines. Listen to him or her and fill in the gaps. Once there was a very rich man. He, along with his family, lived in a big palatial building. Private soldiers and a bulldog to protect him. Building better than others. Special for a small houses made of wood, grass and mud. Session 6. B रे दिया है the son lived like a prisoner in a big house. It means the son was not a prisoner but he lived like a prisoner. Combine the sentence using like. One is done for you. Number 1 रे दिया है देखो. Ramesh is not good cook but he prepared the curry well. कौन हबो ना Ramesh prepared the curry like a good cook. सेमती लिखी नबो. Prakash spent a lot of money. Number 8. The rich man was not a king, but he lived so. Answer hobo the rich man lived like a king. IV. Amit is not an actor, but he acts so. Answer Amit acts like an actor. V. Usha is not a singer, but she always goes on humming. Answer Usha goes on humming like a singer. Session 7. Answer the following question in a complete sentence. I. Where did the rich man live? Answer. The rich man lived in a big palatial building on the top of a hill. Number 2. What did he have to protect him? Answer. He had private soldiers, a great bulldog, and tall boundary walls to protect him. Question number 3. How did the rich man live there? Answer. The rich man lived there like a king. Question number IV. When did his happiness get doubled? Answer. His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers' huts and living style. Question number V. How was the son different from his father? Answer. The father was drowned with richness and glamour, but the son was indifferent towards richness. Number VI. Why did the rich man take his son to the poor farmers living in huts? Answer. The rich man took his son to the poor farmers living in huts to show him their richness and privilege compared to the poor farmers, which would remove his son's sadness. Next number. The son saw the poor farmers. Did it change his mind? Answer. The son did not change his mind to see the poor farmers. Next. What did the rich man? Rich man বিষୟରେ କିଛି ଲେଖିବ ଆଉ the son বিষୟରେ ଲେଖିବ. The rich man had a palatial building. He had private soldiers and a bulldog. He lived like a king very happily. His happiness got doubled when he saw the poor farmers. He took his son to the poor farmers living in small huts. He had in his mind to show his son how rich they were. He thought that seeing the poor farmers, the son would change his mind. Tapore the son. The son sat alone in the garden looking down the hill. He lived like a prisoner. He was indifferent to the richness of his father. He did not like all the richness and glamour. He sat alone in the garden looking down the hill. He wanted to live with the poor farmers. Sing posturing activity, comparison activity 2C. You have already matched A with B. Write to a small paragraph on the rich man's building and the poor farmers. Some helps are given below. The rich man's building विषय किछि लेखिबा और the poor farmers जो कुड़िया थिला ता विषय किछि लेखिबा. The rich man's building was a big palatial building. It was on the top of hill. It was surrounded by a great boundary walls. The building looked very beautiful in moonlight night. It looked special due to lamps. तापरे the poor farmers' huts विषय लिखिबा. The poor farmers' huts were small. They were down the hill. They skirted all around. There were rivers flowing by. They had very prestige condition. They were lighted by moonlight.